Next is password history. And again, all of these things are kind of used in conjunction with one another to limit or mitigate the risk of someone trying to brute force or guess someone's password. All right, so password history, that's going to dictate how many passwords are remembered by the OS before a user is allowed to reuse a password, all right, if they ever are. So basically, the minimum amount of time before a user can change passwords is also very, very helpful. And if we use these two things in conjunction with one another, we have a very secure policy, right? And basically how that works is that, okay, you have to go through, let's say 5 or 10 passwords before you can reuse that password again. So let's just say I like the password, password numeral 1. Well, comes time to change, what do users typically do? Okay, now it's password 2. Comes time to change again, all right, password 3. And they'll cycle through, right, until they get back to what they like, which might be password 1. So if we have a 10 password reuse cycle, they have to go through 10 passwords before they can get back to password 1. Well, sometimes if we don't have this minimum amount of time in place, users are a little wise, right? And they'll sit there and they'll change their password over and over and over and over again. They'll cycle through those 10 different passwords so they can get back to password 1, which is the one they like and that's the one they remember. So that's a no-no. So that kind of defeats the whole password history and the changing your password option. So by putting the minimum amount of time that a user must maintain that password before they can change it, we mitigate that risk, right? So if we make it say, okay, you have to have that password for 2 days before you can change it again. So they change it to from password 1 to password 2. They try to change it to password 3 right away. No good, right? So it's going to say, nope, you have to wait 2 days before you can change it to password 3. That might be frustrating to them a little bit, but from the company's perspective, much more secure, right? So it prevents that getting around the password history requirement.